Have you ever wondered about unconventional ways to escape that feeling of always being broke? Well, in today's video, we're going to be exploring 12 different ways that you can escape that always feeling broke feeling. Now, these are not your typical tips. We're talking about game changers that are going to revolutionize the way you view and manage your finances. By the end of today's video, you're going to have a toolbox full of unconventional tactics that will transform your financial landscape. So please do stick around for the whole video, as you are not going to want to miss out on these eye-opening techniques. The first unconventional way to escape that always feeling broke feeling is to adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Now, what is that, you may be wondering? So put simply, less is more. A more thorough explanation of what minimalism is. It's basically a lifestyle that emphasizes simplicity, functionality, and an intentional reduction of clutter and excess. So in essence, it's all about focusing on the things that add value to your life and minimizing those things that just bring distractions and loads of unnecessary possession. So you can embrace a minimalistic lifestyle by focusing on what truly brings you value and the things that really bring joy to your life. Because what this does is it leads to a big reduction in your spending, and it gives you a much deeper appreciation of all the things that you have. This will help you to become a lot more content with the things that you have and not fall into the big trap of consumerism. Another great way to stop always feeling broke is to explore bartering and skill swapping. Since the beginning of time and recorded history, human beings have exchanged goods and services with one another via bartering. So literally, before money existed, bartering existed, and that's how people used to trade with one another. So why not consider trading your skills and services with others in your community? For example, let's say you're good at cooking. You may exchange that skill of cooking with a friend for maybe helping them on an assignment or learning how to sew. Where there is a will, there is a frugal way. This is a theory I swear by and I like to live by too. Where there's a will, you can always find a frugal way to make it happen. So it's very important to embrace a DIY mentality. How can I make this thing happen with the limited budget and resources that I have? You don't have to miss out on nice things and miss out on having the things that you want in your home. You can think of creative ways to do it yourself. Get creative about making that thing a reality for yourself. Thanks to the power of YouTube, you can learn so many things that can help you to add value to yourself and do things for yourself around the home. Anything from your basic home repairs to gardening or even crafting. There's so much you can learn online and do yourself, so you don't have to miss out on having the great things that you want in your life. This will save you a fortune on hiring and paying a professional to do it. I do love a DIY project, and it's been a while since I've been able to sit down and do any DIYs. I used to have quite a few DIY videos on this channel, but I've since moved them to my new channel over here, where I'm going to be flipping furniture and making things new and creating loads of lovely items to add to my home. So let that inspire you on your journey to get creative and make things happen for yourself on a frugal budget. Look out for that channel in 2024. I'm going to be sharing loads more DIYs on there, as well as all the old ones from this channel that people enjoyed too. DIY will save you a fortune, and it will allow you to have all the amazing things that you want in your home at a fraction of the price. Another great unconventional way for you to avoid that always being broke feeling is to participate in cashback and reward programs. I do love a cashback, and I use so many different cashback apps on my phone. They're taking up so much memory, but it's definitely worth it. I'll share referral links in the description box below for you to check out some of those cashback sites, because if you're shopping in the UK and you are not making use of these cashback sites, you are leaving money on the table. Some of my favorite cashback apps are Cheddar, Airtime Rewards, and Top Cashback. I've been able to make hundreds of pounds across those different apps just by downloading them and using them to make my purchases. So I'll do separate videos on them actually moving forward, individual ones, just reviewing each app and telling you what I like about them. Definitely subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when all these videos come out at a future date. But just know that cashback sites are amazing, and if you're not using them, start using them. They're easier than you think. You literally just have to download certain apps and start shopping via those apps to make those huge savings. Definitely use cashback apps so that you are rewarding yourself when you are spending money, and you're making money when you spend money. This helps you to redeem at least something back from the purchases that you're making. Another way for you to avoid that always feeling broke feeling is for you to start a side business, a little micro business, or a side hustle. I'm not telling you to become the next Elon Musk. that's not necessary and that's not all our dreams and aspirations, but equally you can make additional money on the side of your day job just by getting creative, using some of the skills that you have in your hand to make additional income, or even upskilling, learning a new skill which you can eventually monetize. I mean, when I started this YouTube channel a few years ago, I had no clue how to edit or anything of that nature. Fast forward to all these years later, I'm actually quite good at editing and I'm able to help other people edit their videos too. So definitely look at what skills you have and how you can add value to yourself and others. Look at things that you're passionate about as well. Are you into baking? Are you into making things? Look at these skills that you have and see how you can possibly turn them into something you can monetize. You can do things like sell handmade crafts, offer online classes, or even offer your services as a consultant. Now, this unconventional way might be one that you don't want to consider, but if you really are serious about overcoming this always feeling broke feeling, it's time to really take matters into your own hand and do some drastic things that can give you drastic results. When I say drastic, this is probably the most drastic one on the list, and that's to consider alternative living arrangements. Explore things like co-housing, house sitting, or even communal living arrangements. Years ago, when my husband and I wanted to buy our first property, we did exactly this. We moved in with my in-laws and we lived there for 3 years while we were able to save the money for the deposit to buy our first home. So yes, it was an unconventional thing to do, but it worked out in our favor and we were able to raise that deposit, which we otherwise would have been unable to do because the cost of renting at the time was astronomical, and I can only imagine how expensive it is these days to rent. So if you are in that position where you can consider alternative living arrangements, I would definitely encourage you to do so. Those highly reduced living expenses are worth the cost of inconvenience that you have to pay in the short term. Another unconventional way to avoid that always feeling broke feeling is to opt for free and frugal activities. So you can do your research online on local groups and forums such as Facebook and find out what activities are happening in your local community and area that are completely free. I shared a blog post not too long ago on my website, which I'll link in the description box below, where I shared 30 free date night ideas. So that would be a great place to start for you to look for different activities that you can do in the local area for absolutely free. You can look for things taking place like cultural events, workshops, or even recreational activities in your community. Even your local library often hosts events, and your local park may even have a free fitness class going on. Doing these free things will allow you to have fun and enjoy yourself at a fraction of the price or even free. Another unconventional way for you to stop feeling broke is for you to join a time bank. Now, what on earth is a time bank? That's the question that I was asking myself too when I was prepping for this video, but it turns out that time banks are very popular and very common in the UK. So similar to skill sharing and bartering, so time banking is where you exchange your time for money. So you do things for a period of time, which then builds up credit in your account, which you can then use to pay for another service. So it's a very unique and cool way for you to get things done without spending money. So basically you're exchanging skills instead of exchanging money. With time banking, you basically get to do what you love when you want to and get yourself a little bit of help when you need it. So basically for every hour that you spend helping somebody, you earn that time back in your bank, which you can then use to purchase somebody else's time to do something for you. Another unconventional way to stop feeling broke is to explore geographical arbitrage. So geographical arbitrage is where you take advantage of the difference in prices of two different locations. So you earn money in a more expensive country and you live in a cheaper country, and you basically get to live like a king or queen elsewhere, whereas that same money in your country where you're getting paid will not buy you as much. So I don't know if you've watched enough videos on YouTube of these digital nomads. A lot of them adopt that lifestyle where they earn money in pounds sterling or US dollars, and then they go and live somewhere like Bali where the cost of living is a lot lower and they're able to get so much more bang for their buck. So essentially you're basically taking your money from the stronger economy and spending it in the weaker economy, and that way your money goes a lot further than it would if you just stayed in your home country. So you can literally live like a king in another country on a modest income. Another way to avoid always feeling broke is to practice mindful spending. Spend your money in a way that aligns with your values and with your goals. So before you make a purchase, take a moment to consider, does this purchase align with my financial priorities? Doing this will really help when it comes to impulse spending. A great book on this topic is Your Money or Your Life by Vicky Robin. I'll share a link in the description box below to a video that I did reviewing that book, Your Money or Your Life, because it really expands on this point that I'm making here in terms of making sure you're spending money in a way that aligns with your values and being very intentional with every purchase decision that you make, because doing this is going to help you to overcome that always feeling broke feeling. Because when you make that decision not to make a certain transaction or go to a certain place, you don't feel inferior to anybody else that's able to do that, because you know that I have a financial goal and a financial priority that is bigger than my current situation right now, and I'm okay with saying no now for the future that I want. I hope you found those 10 unconventional ways to stop always feeling broke useful, and I hope you're going to consider applying some of them to your own personal finances and your financial life. Let me know in the comment section below which of those unconventional ways you're going to be trying, and if you made it this far in the video and you're yet to give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend or family member, and click this video here for more money motivation and financial education.